Good morning.
Good morning from Canada, Alberta. I'm from Poland. Cheryl is from
Alberta.
Alberta, Lethbridge.
No, Medicine Hat.
Medicine Hat. And thank you for being here, Esmeralda from France, and Group 66 from Denmark.
Yeah, it's nice to see where you're located.
Yeah, it's so nice that we are the community. We are coming for coffee, Cheryl for water.
Yeah, I have 2 coffees before I come here.
So we are ready. Our brains are open for your questions. And yesterday, Cheryl asked me in the evening about who is starting new investigation to Trump. Manhattan District Attorney Office has reopened criminal probe into Trump role in hush money payment, and his name is
The district attorney's name is Alvin Bragg.
Alvin Bragg. And when she told me that, I said, because before he closed the case, and it was the case that Michael Cohen was sitting in a prison for.
Mm-hmm.
So it is criminal case. So I just got vision right away, and I wrote her, because I was going to take a bath. I said, I will answer you tomorrow. What is the reason I saw salt and to put salt on the rabbit tail? And the connection was when I was about 10, 11 years old. I was going on vacation to my father's uncle on his, he was forest ranger, and he was living in a wonderful it was built by German time, house in the forest, and there was so many rabbits. And I was asking my uncle, can you catch for us one of those rabbits? I want to play with. And he said, wow, rabbit is so hard to catch. You have to put salt under the tail. Even that time, I knew that he's pulling my leg. But I started thinking with my not cousins, because they were cousins, grandchildren from his wife's side. So logically, we were not connected. And with those 2 boys, we were thinking how we can catch the rabbit. But this was some unconditional way that I think he caught it. He promised Weissenberg that he will be free. Well, 5 months, it's not too much. And then he will get the information about Trump, and he will be able to restart this thing and catch the rabbit.
Because of Weisselberg's testimony, he will be able to go forward with this case?
That will be the reason. So the Weissenberg was the salt under the tail, kind of. And I was correct.
I was trying to figure out what she was talking about when
she mentioned it to
me. I have to explain it to you.
And it was too much to write. I was going to take a bath. Before I went to take a bath, King of Luck. There was, and I was switching all the 3 channels that I was watching about the elections, and especially on the news from Fox News.
Oh, you were watching Fox? I don't get Fox.
I was switching and checking, and they were so optimistic about Walker to be winner. And I went to take a bath. I thought, gosh, he's leading, right? That time he was leading. Mm-hmm. That I was taking bath for quite a while. I came back, and it was ending. It was 1% that our guy was winning.
We're not prejudiced, and we don't even have a vote.
You know, I was predicting that Murdoch will be winning, so I thought,
but by a very small amount.
I couldn't believe that. and November 12th, I was talking about this, but it's so amazing that he was even that close.
Mm-hmm.
And hello, Cheryl. Hello, Mary. Hello,
Kim
Green
King.
Light. Esmeralda.
Linda B. Craft.
Oh, wonderful. Esmeralda has a question. Crisscross. And my best wishes to Crisscross. I know you are suffering with sadness because you lost your sister and 2 nephews in recent time. One died in a motel and another died just recently. I'm very sorry. And your brother died from cancer, bone cancer. All the best to you, and we will be praying for you at the end. But we are already sending the best wishes to you. Yes. Robin M. Anna
Cosmic Blue Avian.
Santos Farono. That sounds Italian. Lupita S. And Hope Garden, and so on. Thank you so much for being with us.
And there's also something that...
Nuts of Art. I was always
Nuts for Art.
Nuts for Art, Lonnie. And I said, what that mean? And she said, being crazy about art. Lonnie from Salam Organ, she sent that on Facebook, on Instagram,
yeah.
That I have someone pretending to be me, and thank you for reporting. That's not me. I'm not going to ask anyone for free reading. I'm doing free reading on my YouTube channel once a month, and sometimes for the Christmas I might do another one as a Christmas present, but don't expect me to follow anyone and tell them, oh, you have to come for reading and blah, 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 and I will offer. Now, that's not me, so you can report them. Thank you. So, and Facebook as well. I got that email that someone is pretending to be me. I didn't want to interfere with the link for the video, so I was not posting, because Tracy is posting the links for the video, so you can link on that one. So I didn't post that yet. But be brief. Yeah, it's always something, and it takes forever to sometimes, if they are on my channel, to take them out. It's like feeling like Cinderella. Not going for a bath, just working hard to changing.
Caspian is asking, will student loan forgiveness go through?
Oh, God.
Will student loan forgiveness go through?
And I remember I had a private question that was for that lady, and I said, there is some mess in the papers, like cheating. So I remember that was related to the private reading.
1, 2, 3.
Oh boy, hiccups.
Oh, I didn't know what that was. I thought it was like a bumpy car ride.
It is more like, you feel like you want to move and stop, and stop. Everything will get out to the surface. King of money. Biden will have to do this probably by his presidential order. I don't know if that's possible. And I think that eventually everything will go the way it's supposed to, but it will be some delays because it's like bumpy rain. It's like hiccup. Boom, boom.
Thanks, Caspian.
Sorry, I'm showing what I'm thinking. But I'm letting my body to cooperate with the visions. And I'm old, but I'm feeling like a kid when I'm letting the subconscious control my conscious mind. So, oh, yes, the Akup in German is Cheryl.
I sent you that this morning, yeah. 25 people were arrested when I last looked. It's from the far right.
And I sent a message to my brother because he's 9 hours ahead of me in Germany. And he said, when I finish work, I will call you. So I have my phone in case he will call, but I will tell him to. I sent him a message that I will be doing videos. Hopefully he got that.
And crisscross, our prayers certainly are with you. You've given another message here
Thank you.
that your sister's undergoing a heart procedure right now.
Oh, her sister? Because
Another one.
another sister?
Another sister passed away last week.
Yes.
And another one is going through heart surgery right now.
Oh, girl, you are open. It's like a bag without the bottom. So many dramas. Unbelievable. I'm sorry. Thank you for sharing with us, Crisscross. You are such a faithful viewer for many years.
And you do have our prayers. We will be thinking
yeah.
of you as well. And Bridget York is asking, I have a question. Does Mother Mary have a message for us? 1, 2, 3.
Enjoy your family as long as you can. Sit in the comfy chair and grab to children, to anyone that you have around you. Be happy what you have, not what you don't have. So live in the moment and be thankful what you have. Because it looks like we had always more before than we have now. Not that I'm complaining, but I'm always feeling that some things are kind of taken away sometimes.
So to me, there's always another door that opens. One closes, another opens.
Opens, yes. But, it is that we are getting older. Wow. Yesterday, we went with my husband to the Toyota because his truck is not starting. The key doesn't match his truck anymore. And we are leaving. I'm walking on the blue carpet, and I fell down on my hands, on my knees. Good that I didn't flatten my, because I will look like a little Chinese dog. And I'm on my hands, and I thought, yes, because it was blue carpet, not red. On the red, it will be honor to be falling down. On the blue, it's not. And my husband is looking at me, and I'm kind of laughing. But the pain went away. When you laugh, the pain is going away. So that helped. 2 guys helped me and my husband. So 3 guys were pulling me up. Yeah, the age is making us more vulnerable, even for me to fall down without any reason. Yeah, we have to look forward, whatever will come our way, hope for the best, dream about things. So that's from the Mary. Respect what the doctors are telling you. So to make sure that you are paying attention to your health and be intuitive, be spiritual. Doesn't mean that you have to go to church. Just be spiritual. Live with the spirituality in you. Be nice to people. Be nice to environment, animals. That's what I think she wants to tell us.
Now, Cheryl Simpson has written, she's Hi Violetta from BC, Canada. I don't know whether it was you, Cheryl, or not. There was another person who put in a message a while ago in the last few videos here that I had read. Anyways, it was about BC. Are there going to be any earthquakes in BC coming up in the next year?
Yeah, we had in our province, and it's not common for us to have earthquakes.
No, but BC it could be.
Yeah.
So even though this may not be your question, Cheryl, for the other person who did ask the question, thank you.
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
One will be I see 3, and then 1 kind of very engaging to everyone because it's engagement ring. So about 5, I saw a hand, but these ones were kind of smaller. This one was really wiggly. So I'm just guessing that there will be one that will be over 5, king 4, at least 4, and then I saw a 5th one. A lot of work will be involved. They have a lot of, in BC, that the rules of buildings are very strict, so most people are safe. And King of Cups, they will need some help, medical kind of help to people.
So will the small ones be the build up to a bigger one? Like if they start getting small ones, are they?
Because
should
it's
they
one
prepare?
hand, so it is one hand. They will be kind of related.
They're all
to
related.
each,
Okay.
to each other.
Glenna Miles is asking, making a comment. I saw Alvin brag this morning on Ari Melber's show. I don't think he's serious about taking Trump down. He's very non-committal and spoke of general duties for new hire.
But he hired another judge.
Yeah, who would go after him?
who
Maybe
will
he's
go
doing what Garland is doing, hiring somebody else.
Yeah, because he
to take
doesn't
it on.
want to do it on his own. And that's what I'm feeling, unconventional, putting salt under the rabbit tail. I don't know why my uncle figured out that way to tease me.
Robin M is saying, good morning. Are you two planning your outfits together in advance? Or are you just
No,
in color?
today
We never are.
Today when she came and I did this, I thought, yeah, we again.
Sometimes we both wore in the same polka dot.
So show your ring, which one you are wearing.
Oh, today I have a ring.
And I said, well, similar one.
We have some similar clothes, even though they were
Yeah.
purchased a long time ago.
In the previous lives, we were first cousin looking after our old grandma, but we were growing up together that lifetime. And we still have that charisma in us, that's connection.
Double trouble.
Double trouble, yes. But we love her. She was probably wonderful grandma, and we did love her. We were passionate about it, but she was in a bed, so I know we had to share the responsibilities, and we were young. Thank you, Lisa Reynolds. Thank you.
Sue Sullivan is asking, where is Tracy? And is she
Right.
okay?
Tracy has day off today, Wednesday, but because she's living with Roman on the far away, like in the winter, is 1 hour drive, one way. So she's okay, and I hope she's taking day off. But even Sundays now, she has to work with the dance studio because they are organizing some events, so she's overworking. Even Roman said, oh, she is so tired. She is so overworking.
Well, it does take an awful lot if she had to drive here all the time.
The driving 2 hours, for a day, and I told them, but they were so happy to move away from the city.
Well, they definitely have.
But they are happy to be on the week, on the days off. But during the day, they are coming in the morning and leaving in the morning at 6 o'clock and coming. Sometimes she's coming at 10 o'clock in the night or 11. Yeah, not for me. I don't think I would like that kind of.
I remember a story of immigrants when I talked to them, because I was involved in that organization. And I would say, how did you end up in Red Deer? Like, I was curious how you even ended up in Red Deer. And their comment was like, when they got off the plane in Calgary and then they drove through a huge area where there's nothing in the fields, some of them started to cry. They didn't know where they were going to, if there were going to be people at the other end.
Well, I ended up here because my brother was living here.
And I thought you were in Toronto.
Yes. And first few months, I thought, oh, gosh, I will be claustrophobic. All Polish people were living in the same apartment buildings. And the gossips are big part of living in that small community. I didn't have any problems with anyone, but there was who said what? So we were the first one who moved out from the apartment buildings. I thought, well, it's better if we will go on a townhouse. Was not the best one, but it is. And I thought, I don't think I will be able to live in small city. I was living in Wrocław, which was, now it's 1 million people. I was living in London. That time was over 10 million. And I thought, but I love it. I love it here.
I left Calgary when they hit over 1 million.
Yeah.
That's too many. Hope's Garden is asking, will Putin spill the beans on 45 before he leaves this world?
3
1,
cards.
2, 3.
No, he will eat them. No. But he doesn't need to. Look, we are already learning that Trump had connection with Kim Jong-un because his connection with some company from
In South Korea,
South
who
Korea
had connections to
who
North.
was allowed to make connections in business in North Korea.
Mhm.
And Trump was owning them nearly $20 million, 19.8
Mhm.
millions, and it was paid when he became a president.
So who
those
paid it?
love letters were. So I'm talking about first. No, they will be like marriage. No spinning wheels against each other. He will be hoping even from a distance to Trump. If
Putin. Yeah.
Putin. Yeah, he's a sugar daddy for Putin. For Trump, sorry. Boy. Oh gosh. No, I saw him spinning, spinning the beans and then eating them. So he's not going to, even for his own image in Russia, he doesn't want to show his bad image about Trump. And today there was a problem in Germany, so that's connections with Russia as well, apparently.
Is it?
Yeah.
Esmeralda is saying that one of her students, whose uncle works for the military, has told her that they fear for a civil war. Are you talking about a civil war where?
Because it is, she's from, Esmeralda is from France.
Yeah.
So please let us know where you are worried about that.
That civil war, are you talking about the United States, or are you talking about in France, or where else?
Because after what's happened today in Germany, you can expect every other country in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Boris Johnson had...
He wants to come back in.
And he had sticky hands, related him somehow to Putin.
Yeah.
So, and he was admirer of Trump, so who knows?
Kathy McLaughlin I'm wondering if the military in the U.S. will ever address the problems with extremists. 1, 2, 3.
When the ladder has one step broken, you have to throw away the whole ladder. You can't repair that. You have to get rid of it. I don't think they can rid of so many of them because the system is broken over there, and they can't really replace them because the ladder steps, if there is broken, you can't replace. That's the rules, unless it's antique, just for decoration. I don't think they will be dealing with that problem. Even they know that there is they feel like we can't do anything. Completely on the crossroads, trying to walk on the sticks, and yeah, they will have to do in the future maybe to make security for the country, because US need to be more secure, so they need to completely replace some of those guys for new ladders. Mm-hmm. New successful dreamers that will go to the army, but newcomers.
And Lisa Reynolds, thank you very much for supporting Violetta's channel. Remember, this is your channel as well, and the questions that she gets asked are only as good as what you ask.
Sometimes we are adding a little bit, but I love to have a good questions, and I'm enjoying.
Yeah, it's a lot less stressful. It's only stressful when I'm about to come.
No, no, I'm looking forward. And my dog can show you how much we love
Yeah.
to have you.
Yeah.
My dog is waiting for her, and for Tracy was waiting as well. Like, she knows that someone is coming. I don't know how she can figure out that, but she knows that today is the day that someone is coming for doing video with me. And she's sitting under the table.
Esmeralda has a few weeks. The government, French police, and military asked to the French people. So maybe that's the civil war in France, is it?
Oh, that must be. She's saying in a few weeks. Okay. Would there be some military coup or what?
Civil war.
Civil war.
Civil war. 1, 2,
1 second. Yeah.
3.
They will try to make some riots, but they will walk away. But they will come with the sticks, so there will be something. Eventually, they will have to make a better choices. You know, people will choose to have better choices, but there will be a lot of disarray, stabbing, beating, and the trust in the country will be in jeopardy because feeling unsafe and secure, cheated somehow.
And Beverly Lejewski,
Hello.
she is wanting to make us feel bad, I think. She says, from San Antonio, Texas, it is a cold day, 73 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yes, and it's very warm in Canada, 17 below freezing time. I went to feed the birds, and I had just the sweater is not too heavy. That this looks warm, but I fed my birds and my squirrel. I love my squirrel. I will call her Wiewióreczko in Polish, and she's coming like short distance, and she will steal the nut, and then my dog will bark on her. But Vivi is not barking at her before she will come, just after she will steal the nut. And but it's not too bad. -15 is yesterday was -28. That was cold.
Yeah, and it's getting better. It's going to be -4 today.
Oh, summer.
Alexander Day. What's going to happen to the protesters in Iran? I have 2 Iranian American friends, and they say it's really bad there.
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
I see them climbing on the high stick and putting the flag, symbol of winning. I have goosebumps. Yeah, they eventually and goosebumps all over my body. So that will be the celebration of we are the winners. We are the loved ones, beginning of new era. Oh gosh. And they will go back to work, and they will be so proud how good work they did, and they will feel free to work. Freedom for women.
Change is happening.
It's coming, change. This is the love for the new, probably that kind of government.
Esmeralda is adding extra information there. She says that every French person is to bring back their old guns, fire guns and revolvers. That's why she was asking if there was going to be a civil war.
Oh my gosh, that's what I'm seeing. I don't want to go by the nations. Victory, yes. And yeah, it is when they are climbing on the post, that's when the solidarity was winning. So that's a good sign.
I have to just go back here. Salevi is asking, why will Donald Trump not see jail and prison time? Why won't he be going to jail or prison?
I wish, I can answer that question.
1, 2, 3.
Give me better answer. No. He has everything in his behind. He doesn't care.
Trump doesn't care?
He doesn't care. He thinks everything is, he owns everything, and he has so much power that he is not allowed to go to be in a prison system.
Well, it'd be difficult to keep him separated from people.
It's like in English is say kiss my in Polish is to have everything in his inside from the back. So that's what they show me, and I have to say it. Oh, because they're afraid that there will be riots. He still has some power over his people. The dysfunctional family of Republicans are afraid to lose so many, and that there will be problems on the streets, fights. They are walking around him like he's rotten egg. They don't
know what to do.
They don't want to touch to break it. And today they were, I sent you the link about Glenn Kirshner, and he said that, Congress was sending, and it was Republicans and Democratic Congress in 2019, and they were asking to do investigation to Trump Tower, that meeting Kushner and Junior and the Russians.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. William
Hopefully
Barr,
that will service again.
William Barr. Well, when we will talk about this, that might come back. And so far, we don't know who built those gallows.
And EK, welcome. And she's from Northern Ireland, and she's new here. When you have a personal question, it's best to connect with the energy directly with Violetta. She answers general questions here, not personal,
private, because it's not fair for people.
Tessa's saying, my father recently in the hospital, this is a general question that would apply, saw a ghost with a child. Could you please explain more about this ghost? A lot of times when people are in hospital, they will see ghosts.
Because there is so many ghosts over there. That's a full place of ghosts.
Well, in the hospital, they're walking the hallways.
Yeah.
Too.
I was walking once in the bottom, in the main floor in the hospital, and I walking, and it's open. My eyes are open, everything, and I could feel it like someone is walking through me, and I had that weird feeling, like ghosty encounter. Yeah, that sometimes they just want to be there, and that person was so upset that he died probably before, so he was still walking through the corridors and like nearly pushing people around.
Alexander Day is asking, will Brittany Griner ever be released from the Russian labor camp?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
I see her still in the little picture inside. It will take a while. Eventually the dreams will be fulfilled. The grass will be greener on this side, but it will be up and down. So she will have to wait in the small, opening in the wall to just check. So it will take a time.
And Sue, you were going to do the cards on that, were you?
Oh, yeah, that was the cards.
Okay.
Yeah, the grass is greener. The fulfilling the dreams was first one, but it will take a time and juggling because they don't want to do this too fast. And I think the Americans will have to give 2 for 2.
Now, Sue A.W., she's asking, is it only humans who fear death? Are
I'm not
pets accepted?
I'm not afraid.
Neither am I.
And the pets, actually, I had one lady asking me what's happened with my dog who was so sick and disappeared, and is she okay? And I said, they want to run away when they are dying. They know that it will be hard for a person who is looking after them. So you have to watch the dogs that they wouldn't run away. Because
Yeah, farm animals do that a lot, yeah.
Yeah. So what was the question?
Is it only humans who fear death?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
And not everyone, because some of us feel so free when we are thinking about going on another side. So there is some group of people who are afraid, and some it's going to the top and dreaming about, feeling. But sometimes people are feeling that they will be cheated, they will not go to heaven. So maybe that's the reason. For some people, it's harsh, and they feel that maybe that there is something that they might be judged the not proper way, not the way that they deserve to be. Well, every one of us is feeling somehow that we are guilty or not guilty. If we feel that we have too much guilt, maybe that's the reason we are afraid to go.
In the spiritual community, though,
I'm not
it is as if there's no time period. We're always a soul. We're always spiritual. We're just crossing and out. And I used to always say to you, it's like, my family that I would leave behind and decide I was going to be a personality on earth. And I come here and it could be a terrible, there's been really some hardships in this lifetime as well. But then I go back and I say, well, I'm back. And they just look at me as if I hadn't even gone, because there's no time on that side. It's just an experience. It goes into that thing of, the avatar and things like that. You're just connected into a personality. But it doesn't stop us from fearing.
I just believe, angel is coming. And intuition. Those 2 cards were, well, and being a star. I'm always praying that I will live this life as good as possible so I don't have to repeat it. And I can be a spirit guide to someone and do the spiritual work. Well, another angel. Yeah, it is that I feel that we have chances to improve our lives, improve. And the more lives we have, the better we are.
That we make that choice.
But we are making this choice, and then we are going there. And can I do other job instead of going back to Earth? That's my idea. I'm thinking, I don't want to go through the paying bills and worrying about stupid things. Just want to give advices.
Yeah,
from the other side.
I was told a while ago from a very good friend of mine as well, not as close as you, mind you, but a psychic. And when I had gone for a full reading, which I don't normally get, but I went for a full reading from her around the time that 3 or 4 years ago, maybe longer than that. Anyways, she had said to me, I used to see you coming maybe back another 3 times. And she says, I don't think you're coming back anymore. She says, you have grown so much spiritually in the last few years here that there won't be a reason to, and you'll help out from the other side. So I'm hoping, cleaning up the messes.
And we know each other 5 years over.
Ever since your channel started.
Yeah. It was such a coincidence. Cheryl came for a reading, but she was curious.
It was curious because she said to me that you could read yourself. And I said, I know. I want to see how you do it, because I do read myself all the time.
Yeah, and we click right away. And sometimes this life, when you like someone so much without explanation, you feel comfortable. Can be a soulmate with your husband or spouse. It is the connection from the previous life.
And there was a question here as well that Sharon P. put in the notice that, this was coming up. She said, will Elon Musk and the GM produce
3 cards.
One.
Together, you mean?
Yeah, together. Elon Musk and GM. 2, 3.
He doesn't want to have anything to do with GM. He's like, do it yourself because you had help from Biden. I'm not going to help you, and so on. Part-time, not too much. The sun will have to shine on GM by itself, and the GM will have to get strong on its own. I don't know if they need Elon Musk. I think that eventually they will have to get up and do it on their own.
Now, here were 2 other ones that came on. This was from the last.
And there is a question about Hunter and his pup. The investigation.
Where are you looking?
Else, the dog, this one, the fox.
Oh, the fox?
Custer dog and the West. And who else beside Hunter Biden and I know it is probably you asking some question about the investigation.
Will anything happen to Hunter Biden and his pop after Twitter info was released by Elon? Twitter AC.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
Everything will come on the top of the boat, so it will be drying in front of people like dirty laundry. But it's just a white laundry.
Well, it's just like going after Clinton before or going after anybody.
So
they want to divert.
But they will put this on the deck, everything to dry it out. The trust will be problematic to Biden's son. Oh, the cards are saying that there will be a lot of drama, a lot of shaky towers. So that's not the good. The cards are very weak about this. There will be a battle. The trust will be iffy.
It would be nice if those who get elected would actually worry about the people and what's best for them.
Yeah, but people want to know.
Yeah, but still, if they would,
we want to know
people.
About Trump. They want to know about Biden, and it is that will be a shake.
But it's Biden's son, not Biden.
Biden, yeah, but it's still connection kind of with.
And Lulu1111 from.
And I don't have control what I will pull the cards. They are guiding to me, so those cards were not good for that story.
For at the end of the live last time, was Kevin McCarthy aware beforehand of the seditious plan for January 6th?
Oh, I answered that one.
You did already?
Yeah, on the last video. Okay. I said that he was not aware.
That it was happening.
Yeah.
Okay. And there was another one that Angela M. asked before, and it says at the G20 summit, world leaders signed a declaration to introduce vaccine passports as of May 2023. Do you see this global passport agenda being successfully enforced upon us?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
No. They can't force people to do that. There will be so much opposition. There is not legally. People wants to be happy, and there will be so much sad. Well, there will be casualties both sides. So they can't really push something on people if people don't want to. I don't think that will be necessary. China has to relax their problem, and I said the moment they will be letting people to win, then there is a chance for revolution in China. Not before, but now they are relaxing something. So we can hope for better outcome for people in China to be united and to stand up. Even they are so monitored by the telephones.
Eileen Levin asks, what about Abbott, governor of Texas? When will he get his karma? Is his karma coming soon? I mean, he's just elected in again.
Yeah. That would be the last question.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Nothing, not for a while. He will be still sitting, and he's on a wheelchair, if I remember correctly. And he will be just searching, doing his job, connected with his party more, and waiting for the next, for something to come his way. He will still have dreams. No, I don't see him having more.
Now, just going back to this one, I asked you that question after the live ended.
Oh, you think that I didn't answer that one?
So that's probably not being answered because you wrote it down, the answer, because it wasn't on the live. This was one that was still in the comments, because after she signs off here, I go through and I try to find questions
For the
to
next
be answered.
video.
That can be a backup to add on to the next video so that you can always be.
So was Kevin McCartney aware of
beforehand of the seditious plan for the January 6th? And you said no one told him.
Will he
Will his involvement be made aware to us?
not after kissing Trump ring? So no.
Okay.
He will be quiet, and his involvement kind of will be hush hush.
Okay.
Okay, and now it's time for remedy. I forgot the last time any remedies. I had a problem once I came home and it was Saturday after work. My husband was busy with something and he was not at home, and Vivi came to me and she had something in her eye. And it was looking nasty, like hair, but it was like few hairs glued to her eyeball.
Oh, yeah, you told me that.
And I didn't have anyone to help me to hold her, so I pulled her eye and I used my tongue to lick her out once. What a salty, nasty feeling. But then I said, I have to do it because it's still there and she's begging for help. I lick it and this stuck to my tongue. Yeah, sometimes we have to help whatever abilities we have to stop them. Otherwise, I will have to go to bed and put her in sleep and wait, for the next day because it was Saturday and maybe emergency will be Sunday. I need help. So, thank you so much.
Angela was the one who asked that
Angela.
question about the passports. That was a couple of weeks ago.
Thank you so much. And that way you can use whatever tools you have, and if you can do it with your dog, that's okay. And the other one was, we were in Poland and martial law was in Poland. You couldn't go on the street in the evening without the alarm, without permission from the emergency. And Leszek was jumping. We were sitting on the sofa, and he was jumping from one bed from one of us to another. Eventually, he hit his forehead on the wooden railing, and oh gosh, the bleeding was like he cut his aorta. You can't stop the child. You can't put anything on his head because he is moving and crying and pulling with his hands. So I hold him, I push my lips towards his forehead. My husband called the emergency. He said, we are coming from this street to you, so give us the passport of moving, because you couldn't go in the night. They could shoot you or arrest you. So we went there. He was driving, and I was holding his head and then an emergency, they put him to sleep. So I still was holding him until he fell asleep, and they were able to fix that problem. So in the emergency, when you are in a panic and you know that you will not be able to help your child or your dog even to stop the aorta, use whatever you have. And sometimes that's a simple method, but no one told me. I just was doing this by instinct, I thought. And oh gosh, I was looking like I murdered someone by drinking the blood when we were getting out of the emergency. But it is, you have to do what you have to do. And now it's time for prayers. For Crisscross, we want you to have a better luck, from now on to
know your community supports you.
we all support you and we all pray for you. I was praying for you. And we have to pray for quiet time in the Christmas time, enjoying each other, as Saint Mary said. Enjoy what you have. Little things what we're taking for granted might be taken away from you one day, and you might not have them, or you might not have that person around you. So enjoy whatever you have right now and be happy. If you have little kids that are annoying you, be happy because
Be happy that they're there annoying you rather than not being with you.
Yes, so be happy with everything what you have and with your health, so it wouldn't go for anything worse. And stay positive. All the best to Ukrainian people and people in Iran for revolution, and support for Chinese people who are suffering under the regime of being not able to have some freedom.
Mm-hmm. It's coming. There's a balance coming.
I think everything will kind of have a better outcome next year. The rich who were cheaters, I think they will be taken the money away from them, which will be probably the nice punishment for some of them.
And thank you for supporting the channel by liking and sharing and commenting. Those are really, really appreciated, and your donations as well. And also the questions. This channel is only good as the questions that you ask, because Violetta answers questions.
I'm trying to answer the best ones because
She gets many.
I get, but I love it.
But thank you so much. And it is your channel. Remember that.
And we are your girlfriends.
I don't know whether you really want that or not.
We want that.
Yeah, we always have a good time.
You are my addiction, and I love it. So thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Not yet. Okay.